Not only you are going to have such a good news at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, some kind of positive news you are going to have, and it's instantly going to elevate you, bless your heart. This good news which you are going to have, it's instantly going to put you in such a good mood. And it's not only that, you are instantly going to become so curious about something. Oh my God, you're going to become so curious about something really specific. And what are you going to become so curious about? You really will want to do this. It's about you having this amazing idea, this incredible idea. And I don't need to tell you what this is, because this idea is going to change every single aspect of your life almost instantly. Instantly, you will know that this is going to be the right thing to do, because you're going to feel so recharged, so re-energized, and so many realizations about yourself, about your life, about your past, about your spirituality you're going to have. This idea, it's going to bring you a whole new meaning when it comes to your life in general. And not only that, this idea is going to lead towards probably one of the biggest victories and biggest recognitions of your entire life, because in as little as 6 months time, you're going to be able to achieve something which you are going to be proud of forever. You are going to be able to show exactly what you can do, my gorgeous Cancerini, but you're also going to literally turn your life around in the best possible way. Sorry. So in 6 months, in as little as 6 months, you are going to have a massive achievement, massive victory, massive recognition. So you need to understand that this particular idea, it's going to require from you to take as seriously as you possibly can to start with. But the second level of this idea, it's going to be you understanding that you're going to need to commit yourself to it fully, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to seem like a hard work, because this in itself is going to, one change is going to lead towards another change. And at some point, you're going to feel like, oh my God, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I'm not ready. My gorgeous Cancerini, now it's the right time, and now you are most certainly ready. This is to do with your life. It's to do with your passion. It's to do with things that you are so inspired by. It's to do with things that keep you going. And this is like really pretty much so, sorry, gonna lead towards you having the ultimate achievement. But when it comes to your life in general, listen to me very carefully. In 6 months time, when you have this massive victory, how I can explain this is that you will be enjoying every single day of your life in such a beautiful way. And I'm not saying that you're not enjoying things now, but I'm just saying that you realized lately, within the last few months, that you are quite unhappy with a certain aspects of your life when it comes to your lifestyle, and you want changes. And that's absolutely natural. That's absolutely normal. We are changing, we are growing, we are evolving every single step on our journey, every single day, every single minute, every single hour. You know what I mean? So you are most certainly going with these really powerful changes here. So I know that you are going to like kind of understand here that you're going to need to commit yourself fully to it, indeed. And you are going to have this moment where you are maybe going to be meditating later on. Maybe you're going to be relaxing. Maybe you're going to be somewhere within the forest. Maybe you're going to be somewhere within the nature. And I know I'm always banging on about the nature, but the nature is very important for us. We are part of nature. Nature is part of us as well. With other words, the nature always has these tendencies to actually to trigger something really powerful within us. Nature has got a power over us that it's able to kind of push certain fears aside and push certain negativity aside to the point where we are seeing what we already know crystal clear. And we do need these personal confirmations that can only come through an insight like this. And this is what am I saying? Maybe you're going to be meditating, maybe you're going to be relaxing at home, or maybe you're just going to be walking somewhere within the nature, and you're going to be thinking about this either way so intensely. This is going to be on your mind. You're not going to be able to stop thinking about it, because every single time when we come across something that is pretty much so strongly connected to our destiny, this is exactly what it happens when impossible becomes possible. This is what am I saying here? We are very powerful when we get into this dimension, when we get into this energy. And this is what I need you to understand, where you are going to find yourself right now, my gorgeous Cancerini. Indeed. So, sorry. When you have this like kind of relaxation, whether you're going to be at home or whether you're going to be outside, it doesn't matter. Something is going to be triggered within you, and you are going to have this vision. Oh my God, you are going to have this vision. When it comes to this idea, when it comes to what you became, when it comes to this idea, when it comes to this realization, when it comes to what you became so curious about suddenly, all these things are going to come to the surface, and this is all going to contribute towards you having this vision, how you want your life to be. And your life, it's not going to be the way you want to be 100% unless you take this on. Until you realize this, you're not going to be able to move on. And this is why this is so important. And this is why the path is about to become clear in such a way where this vision, you're going to have this vision, and your future is going to become so vivid. Your future is going to be so close. You're going to be, come to me, darling. You see what I mean? You're already on its way there. So this vision is going to play an important role when it comes to you having like an additional insight, which is really going to trigger another things within you right now. You will know what to focus on. Now this vision is going to be primarily responsible for you kind of like really focusing on this and understanding an importance of you needing to put this as a number one. And this of right now, and this in itself, it's going to need like an additional adjustments which you are going to need to make. But this is not going to be hard, because it's pretty much so to do with things that don't mean to you so much. For example, so here you're going to make a really, really wise decision, my gorgeous Cancerini. You're going to make like a ridiculous wise and ridiculously smart decision, because there is a decision that you're going to need to make. The decision, okay, when it comes to all this. So you're going to make a really smart decision when it comes to that particular idea. It's going to come to you. You will know exactly what the next step, for example, is going to be. A couple of days later, only a couple of days later, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to have such an important message. Like, it's such an important message couple of days later. And this message is really going to make you feel really good right now, because it's going to point out something that hasn't been moving in your life for absolute ages, something that maybe you did not have a success with lately, and something that was stale for a while. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but you will see when you get this message that a certain aspect of your life is going to start moving on, or it's starting finally to move on. And this is somehow going to mean to you so much, because now you will really clearly understand, oh my God, that one thing is literally leading into another, because that particular message is pretty much so going to be a green light that you right now have absolutely everything you need in order to sail with this idea to wherever you want to sail to, my gorgeous Cancerini. Absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways, like, oh my goodness. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, you're not the first sign that I'm actually seeing this. There are so many signs that are going to have an immense connection with the nature, an immense connection with flowers, herbs, animals, and things like that, especially this week. There are certain things that you're going to realize, like, for example, when it comes to how everything is connected in general. And this is important, because also it means that you are at around the mid of this week, you're going to come across this plant, you're going to come across this herb or this flower, and this flower is just going to pop up. Whether this is going to be kind of outside, maybe you're going to be in the forest and you're like, oh my God, look at this gorgeous herb or gorgeous flower. Maybe you're going to be walking on the road and you're going to see something on the road. Maybe you're going to be at home and you're going to be reading something, and then you see the certain herb or a flower and you're thinking, oh my God, it's so beautiful. You will know this is meant to be the part of your dimension. Why am I trying to say to you, my gorgeous Cancerini, that you're going to kind of notice some kind of a flower, some kind of a herb? It's literally going to be screaming at you, because maybe it's going to be like, I don't know, dandelion or something. Just an example. Maybe it's going to be like a dandelion or something. So, and then you've noticed dandelions so many times before, for example, but only now suddenly this dandelion is so beautiful, this dandelion is so gorgeous. That means that you need a dandelion, for example, for a detox. Or it's for your liver, for example. Do you know what I mean? So what am I trying to say to you? That you are going to come across a certain herb or a plant, and as soon as that plant or a herb gets your attention, if you don't know what this herb or plant is good for, just go on Google and just type in the name of the herb or the name of the plant, and you will see its properties. I can assure you 1,000,000% that one of the main properties is going to be exactly what you feel like you need in terms of like an ailment, to fix, for example. So this is what you need to understand. This plant is going to give something to you. So you need to kind of consume this plant. Do you know what I mean? It sounds crazy. You need to consume this plant. You need to drink this plant. You know what I mean? Because this is going to like really help something that you may be kind of suffering from. Okay, so this is what I need you to understand. And also, when it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to make such an important decision. Okay, at around the midweek, you're going to make an important decision. And this in itself is to do with an ongoing problem in your life. It's to do with this challenge. It's to do with a very difficult challenge that became more difficult and more difficult with time. I know that you're going to be contemplating, because there is some kind of a challenge that you're going to have. Somebody really important to you and very close to you is going to get in touch with you and is going to suggest something to you. This suggestion is going to be connected to this particular problem, and they're going to tell you, maybe you should do this, for example, and then you're going to be, yeah, that's great, but I'm still finding this is a really big challenge. Let me tell you that big challenge is going to end up as something really successful for you here, indeed. But it is going to require from you to make some kind of a brave move when it comes to this challenge. And the brave the brave move that you're going to need to make, it's like going to bring the end of this problem, this challenge to an end. But there is some kind of a compromise that you are going to need to make. For the love of God, you need to make this compromise as soon as you possibly can, because you are going to feel so much happier. Oh my God, you're going to feel so much happier. You're going to feel so much more optimistic, and your life, my gorgeous Cancerini, most importantly, it's going to become so practical. You will have so much more time to do what you want to do. You will have so much more energy. So this compromise is going to be successful for you in so many different ways. I can see you wanting to have a party only like about a few days after, because you will realize what a big thing, what a great thing you have actually done by making some kind of a compromise. And you will be like, why didn't I do this ages ago? Well, it hasn't been the right time. Now it's the right time, baby. This is the time of changes. This is your time, my gorgeous Cancerini. Make the most of it. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, okay, there is somebody who is, my God, people in your life are like gonna play a big role now again here. And when I'm talking about the people in your life, that it's to do with people who mean to you so much, I wouldn't just say someone who doesn't mean anything to you. Like, for example, at around the end of this week, there is this person in your life. It's either a younger person or it's either a younger spirit. To me, this is like a younger spirit. Maybe it's a family member, younger spirit, gorgeous younger spirit, lovely younger spirit, very friendly, very gorgeous, very genuine, really beautiful little spirit, younger spirit, in your life. Maybe this is your child, somebody very thoughtful. Maybe this is your child. Maybe this is like I don't know, a younger friend or a child of your friend, or I don't know. It's like a younger spirit who's absolutely adorable. And this person is kind of planning to do something really silly in terms of money or in terms of finances. They're trying to make some kind of a decision. No, baby, no. There is some kind of a devil little bastard around that person. And I'm sorry, I don't want to talk like that, but there is a little bastard devil around that particular person. And somebody is maybe trying to use this person, but it's to do with money, it's to do with finances. And you know, this genuine person in your life could really do with your advice, because they have found themselves being surrounded by the maybe strange group of people or a very strange person who is trying to do something to that person in terms of money, or use that person for money or something like that. So for the love of God, you are gonna hear something which is going to sound very strange to you when it comes to this person. And this is going to trigger like some kind of warning signs, because you're going to hear something unusual when it comes to that gorgeous young spirit in your life. And you will know something is not right. And for the love of God, you need to do something about it immediately. Immediately. You need to take this role of a protectant of that person, because that's your spiritual duty. Again, this is to do with somebody really wonderful, really gorgeous, and I'm worried that they're going to lose their way because they have found themselves being surrounded by some kind of a devil or a devilish group of people, you know. So I'm sorry, but you're going to need to do something about it. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, you're going to need to do something about it by speaking to that person. That's all you need to do, by talking to that person and by trying to explain that you're worried about something, blah, blah, blah. And then you will be able to come to the bottom of this. All you need to do is just being honest, basically. And that's all. By the time, sorry, that's at the end. By the time you come to the end of this week, oh yeah, I said this already. Yeah, so, and also, my gorgeous Cancerini, at around the end of this week, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be your sign. Someone, it's so interesting. You're the second sign that this is happening to. It's just so crazy. This week is going to be so strange, it's so unusual. But there is this person who you're going to randomly come across at around the end of this week. Or maybe you're going to see this person somewhere online, on television. But someone is randomly going to remind you of this specific person in your past from a long time ago. And you're going to be thinking, my God, this is so strange. This is so odd. I've never seen somebody reminding me of that particular person. So this is really going to throw you out of balance a little bit. Let me tell you, this particular person who reminds you, when this happens, nothing to do with that person, but when this happens, this is your sign. This is your omen. My gorgeous Cancerini, do you understand? So when somebody randomly reminds you of somebody from your past, from a long time ago, this is your sign. This is a very powerful sign that you are, number one, protected. Number two, you have got the power. Number three, you have to trust yourself at this stage of your life, because at that moment in time, you're going to be so indecisive about something. Oh my God. So this is your reminder to trust yourself. And number four, because this is the beginning of one of the most beautiful changes of your life. So this is what this is going to mean. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Okay, let's see. Let's see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Cancerini. What is going to be a tarot card of the week? Okay. Oh, dear, 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 dear. You see, to me, this looks like you are going to need to have, you're going to realize that you are maybe going to need to be a part of some kind of a competition this week, my gorgeous Cancerini. But when I say that you're going to be a part of some kind of a competition, listen to me very carefully. You are working on something, you are doing something. You're going to find yourself working on something really specific. specific, really specific. When I say that you are going to be part of some kind of competition, this means that whatever you're working on this week, whatever means to you so much, you need to give to it twice more than what you would give to it normally. Okay, this is so important. For example, if you're like a painting, you're like an artist and you're painting a picture, you're making a painting, you know what I mean? And now you're at home, you're by yourself, you're an artist, you're making this gorgeous painting, and do it, make it extra special, make it extra beautiful, make it extra gorgeous. Whatever you're working on this week that means to you so much, where you are able to put your precious energy towards, this is your sign to put extra, as much extra as you possibly can. This doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily be around the competition. There are like 5 groups of people and everybody's competing and someone is watching, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. It could be like you are part of some kind of competition like that, of course. But most importantly to me, when it comes to your life, this really means that you are going to find yourself working on something so big, so important, and you will be thinking, now it's done, that's it, you know, I've done enough. You just do twice more to what you would normally do. Trust me, very, very soon, this will be clear to you. Why did I say this? Okay? Very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This Peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because Peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. for those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So Peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves is like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my god, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So Peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing Peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to Peridot, I'm so excited because I love Peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear Peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love Peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find Peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality Peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a Peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural, a Peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only a few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful. So striking. So natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly, highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, sorry, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, you know, right on top of the store are going to be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called Chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the Chevron amethyst, this is a Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, you know, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. It's you see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're going to think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. You know, the certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, you know, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, you know. And also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to Chevron amethyst, you know, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling, God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, you know, as soon as you wear Chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so powerful, you know, like, Oh my goodness. And also, if you are, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all like kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, in this life. And if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, Chevron, little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello, my darling, where are you? Where are you? Now, it's like Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonus in like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.